Oh, no, do this again. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
No, you.
Welcome to Cat and Raven Designs. I'm Cat, they, them.
And I'm Raven, she, her. And welcome to Pride Month. Happy Pride Month!
Happy Pride
Woo! This video is late, basically. I'm sorry. We're making up for that by having a double feature. And by the time this video comes out, tomorrow, your time, when this is live for the first time, not later if you're what? Jesus. Timelines. When this video is brand new and you're most likely to have seen it, tomorrow, June 13th and June 14th is Sacramento Pride. We will be at Pride. So if you're in the Sacramento area and you want to come and say hi at Pride, that would be fantastic. We're going to be in the Makers Market and we're going to have a ton of soaps with us. It's going to be a blast. We love going to Pride. We didn't get to go last year. We're really excited to go this year. So yay!
Yay!
Yay, Pride. Speaking of which, this is our new collection for the month. This is called Gummy Games. This is going to be coming out on the last Friday of the month, as usual, which for June is going to be the 26th at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on our website, catandраvendesigns.com, linked down below. You know where it is. Follow us on socials, subscribe here, you know the whole thing. But because we're making up for the fact that we didn't have a video out last week, we are both going to be making a soap in this video. So we're going to be starting off with mine, which is boom, right here. I'm calling it Sour Roads, after those really cool rainbow sour stripe candies that look like tape. You've seen them. Here they are. This is what I'm inspired by. It's going to be relatively simple with a little bit of salt and bio glitter on the top just to make it look nice. And then Cat.
Gummy Bear Army. Because the Lollipop Empire needs its Gummy Bear Army.
We have already done our test batches on both of them. And Cat's definitely going to need to make some adjustments. But mine's a stripe, so nice and easy. We're going to do mine first, so let's go ahead and hop into safety mode so we can talk about all the specifics. Ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. And we're ready to do this. Double feature soap making. Cat be doing what Cat be doing. So let's go ahead and talk about my fragrance and colorants first. So starting off with my fragrance, I'm going to be using Watermelon from Candle Science. This has top notes of honeydew melon, middle notes of watermelon, and a base of sugar. We have used this one in the past. It is extremely well behaved. I am going to be using it at its full usage rate, and it does take actually forever to set up between layers. So I'll pour my first layer, and then we'll let Cat make their soap, and then I'll keep going with mine. And my first layer is going to be green, and this is a mix of Radioactive from Mad Micas and Let Us Entertain You in order to give it a little bit of that stronger candy gummy color. So like usual, this is our typical base oils with the kaolin clay and the fragrance already added in. And I'm going to be adding in our lye water solution so that it can do a chemical reaction called, say it with us, saponification. Saponification. That is going to cause an exothermic reaction and turn this into bar soap. And I have it separated out into my little layers, making it nice and easy and exact. Here we go. Any other fragrance, and I would not have blended it for that long, but I already know how this fragrance acts.
Are you sure you want to do it that way? Because you
I
can't
don't
move it once you're done.
I can move it. I just was trying to get a good shot for you. First pour, here we go. Easy peasy, looking very green apple. That green. Perfect. All right.
You know what this scent reminds me of?
Hmm.
The Watermelon and Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh, you know, it really does, because it definitely has that watermelon scent, but there's a sweetness, a sugary candiness to it, which is really, really good. So I'm just going to scrape out the bucket to get all of it in here, and then I'm going to rinse this out real quick, and I'll just go ahead and reduce my dishes and put the next color in here. So I'm going to do that, and we'll get started on Cat's. Cat's oils and embeds are ready to go, but we're going to talk fragrance and colorants here in just a second. And then for Cat, we have Fiesta Pineapple Margarita, also from Candle Science. And your top notes are jalapeno and pineapple, middle notes of peach and starfruit, and a base of praline, vanilla, caramel, and musk. We cannot seem to escape the base of musk. And yours is going to have embeds inside and on top, right?
Yes.
All right.
And
what
glitter.
about and glitter? What about your colorants? What are we doing?
So in this, we have got a combination of shimmer gold and then gold dust and fire glitter.
Ooh.
And then this will be pool party.
Ooh. Pretty. It's another one of those colorants that you've had kind of a love affair with recently.
Yeah, like marshmallow.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
All right.
Oh, hold on. Embeds.
Yes, we have soap dough embeds. You know the soap dough recipe comes from Danny at Starcross Soapery. I know she doesn't make soap anymore, but we do still use her recipe, and we like to give credit where credit is due. And then I have designed and printed a 3D printed embed mold for making these guys with the super duper clay extruder. I'll try to add this one to the site too. Most of the 3D files that I've created myself, I have on the website.
They're all gummy bear shaped.
Gummy bears.
Gummy bears. And then on top,
Hold on. Get yourself sorted and then drop them in the mica.
I need to clean that one off.
That one's special.
Yeah.
All right, Goldfinger. I told you were going to need that again. Kat tried to throw that little Clorox wipe away, and I said no, because you're going to use it. Maybe you need new gloves.
Yeah.
It looks dumb with one corner of your bra sticking out. No, not necessary. I don't know. Should Kat put that one on the top as is, and there's just like a golden gummy bear? Somebody special gets the golden gummy bear.
And we got more gummy bears.
Melt and pour gummy bears. All right, another round of what?
Quantification.
I'm not even looking at the camera, dude.
Exactly.
That's terrible shot. Do you even watch our videos?
I do. To try and get more creative. And my shenanigans.
What, by having terrible shots constantly of you? Constantly? Oh, you haven't added lye yet. Just like
No.
mixing up the fragrance and the kaolin clay.
Yeah, I'm just
Did
doing.
you put kaolin clay in there?
I did when I originally
Oh, okay. It's kind of like, 'cause I did not.
set that up for you.
Yeah, we were supposed to film days ago. You're good. Go ahead. And a whole bunch of stuff happened, and life happened, and we just had to put it away for a few days. So sorry. Ooh. Oh, and look, it's one of our new blender heads. We have 5 new blender heads. Unfortunately, they are all white and boring, which sucks. But that was the only ones that were available, unfortunately. So we do what we can.
This is me trying to make sure it's all nice and mixed. But also,
Salvage the chosen gummy bear. Sorry, little gummy bear. It's going to be pretty gold. So what made you choose blue and gold for gummy bears?
well, my 2 favorite brands of gummy bears. Black Forest, which has like blue and greens, and Haribo.
Haribo has the gold packaging.
Yes.
Is that starting to thicken?
Yes, it is.
Oh no. Do you want me to stir the gold?
Yes, please.
Are you going to whisk the blue then?
Yep.
Oh man, should have mixed it with some oil first. Is that your alarm going off?
Yeah.
Bro, what do you have an
4:30.
alarm for?
It's 4:30.
So?
That was my time to cook dinner alarm.
Just shut up.
You ought it to shut up and not snooze, right?
No, I have no idea.
It snoozed.
Okay. Well, you can fix it in a hot second. You've got more important things to do right now, like spatula.
I'm debating trying to do this as an in the pot instead of a drop like I was gonna do.
I mean, I think you've still got enough movement on this that you could do a drop if you wanted to, but you would need to move relatively quickly. But if you're okay with like a thicker drop, I think it could work. It's up to you though. Just get that front corner there. Yeah, there you go. All right. Oh, If y'all could see the way I'm having to like maneuver around tripods and light settings to make this work. Oh, and your embeds too.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about those. Ah!
Ah,
Oh, did you not trim them?
I did. I just apparently did not trim them quite enough. Can you get me a knifey?
I think you might be a little bit right now, my dude.
How the hell did I not get enough off?
Bro. Are they all going to be like that? Maybe you do have to switch to in the pot, because I don't know if you're going to be able to get all these in and do a drop swirl that isn't like tiger striped. Oh. Well, that's concerning. Do you want me to help?
Yes, please.
Okay, pass me the... Sorry, y'all, you're not going to get to see anything interesting for a second. All right, that's what I did. Oh, there it goes. No, go ahead. Go. We are finding out when we shouldn't have been around. Once that one's done, why don't you line all the others up and clip them real quick so that way they are not, you're not having to do this. Or don't. Never mind. Pour.
I need more to put in. I'm not putting in like just one.
I don't know what you're doing. You don't tell me. Oh my god. All right, still going. Still going. I think what you're going to have to do is scrape a little bit to get the last of it in. There we go. Sorry for the lack of commentary. Sometimes we are in panic mode. We gotta just keep going. I think if you scrape it all down towards the corner, you might be able to still pour it a little bit. Cat is out here doing their best. Or why don't you get a little bit more in there because it's not quite full, and then you can take the big scraper.
I don't know where the big scraper is.
I can find it.
It is not where I put it last.
Here somewhere. Ha 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 ha. One big scraper. There you go. At least it's still largely workable. Definitely could be worse.
What the am I supposed to do with that?
Well. Oh no. Maybe not that. You could
That.
yeah, I guess you could do that. Do you want the extra mold?
Not particularly.
All right, I'm going to turn off filming for a second. I think we're going to have to take a break in between this one and my next layer to clean up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Now for the gummy bears.
Got all cleaned up for the most part, but we're going to fast forward through this part, so hang tight.
Yes, my hands are clean, but I had to take my stuff off because soap batter.
Yeah.
Put special gummy bear over there. Special gummy bear can go with those.
I'm not touching the special gummy bear with my bare hands. Sorry. I'm not getting all that glitter on me.
I'm not touching it with my bare hands either.
All right, so that is cat soap done. Time to go ahead and finish up mine. So we're going to do a little bit more cleaning up and then get going on that next layer. One sec. Did you start the other camera too?
Da.
Bro, you can't just do that and not tell me.
I do it all the time.
No.
I'm sure you've noticed.
Well, after that, I think we're ready for my next layer. This one is going to be Watermelon Crush, which seemed appropriate given the fragrance. I wanted the tone of the red to be in a similar range as the screen. This is probably going to brighten up a little bit as it goes, but I didn't want this to be like a bright red when this is not a bright green. So I'm going to try and do the same thing with both the yellow and the blue layers too.
You know what's funny? On camera right now, that green looks way more pastel and way less ugly than it currently is.
Well, Well, luckily it's not currently like ugly, which is nice. It was briefly, but now it's not. I think it's already changed from, a few minutes ago.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely changed from like previous ugly state.
Okay.
But that green definitely be greening.
Yeah, it usually does. And I'm definitely still going to use my spatula to break the fall because I am very concerned about how much these layers are set up because this is so incredibly well behaved. It concerns me, and I like my layers to be pristine and crisp. We all know that. Christine. There we go.
Is there a murderous car with that name?
Yes, it's a Stephen King book. Stephen King is funny. Like, I really like the way that he talks about being a writer. Like, Stephen King on Writing was such a foundational book for me as a young writer. I really, really adored that. Do I like reading Stephen King books? No. No, I don't. I do not enjoy him as an author. I've tried repeatedly, and I just don't like his books, but I really like the way he talks about writing. So,
See, whereas I like a lot of his books,
mhm.
there are certain books I'm not going to read.
Yeah.
Like It, I refuse. But like my first Stephen King book
Mhm.
was actually a book called The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
Mm.
And I really liked that one. So like if y'all haven't heard of that book from Stephen King, that one's a good one.
I would say I would check it out, but I'm not going to. Oh, if you're looking for a cool book for Pride, okay, let's talk Pride for a second. Sorry, I'm going to like jump in the middle. Not sponsored or anything. I don't even know this person personally. I just really enjoyed their work. If you're looking for a cool book, right here, Arathia Rising by Atlas is so good. I really, really enjoy it. Very much recommend. And the sequel, I believe, just came out. I pre-ordered it and I haven't had the chance to sit down and read it yet. But the sequel is Serpent Song. I deeply enjoyed this book. It is like really, really good in my opinion. If you like sci-fi and queer romance, it is fantastic. Absolutely go check it out. Just letting you know. If you get the chance to support Atlas, I would highly recommend it. They're on a variety of social medias, and I really, really like their work. So support queer indie authors. Yay! All right, well, this needs to set up. It's probably going to take at least 15 to 20 minutes. And then we'll come back into the last two layers. And next up is my yellow layer, which is Banana Split. So it'll still be kind of a lighter, tonally appropriate yellow. And again, spatula for safety. There we go. I feel like this is coming out pretty good so far. I think this is going to be a nice final soap. Hopefully, anyway. I'm going to be really, I think, light-handed with the salt on the top. The salt has a tendency to attract moisture. And I don't want our soap boxes getting all wet. Don't like when that happens. Okay, one more to go. Last layer. Got my blue. This is just Blue Vibrance because I find it does do sort of a toned down blue all by itself normally, which is why when we're doing more vibrant blues, I tend to add ultramarine or neon blue to it. One thing I was really concerned about with this design is that it would just look like generic rainbow layers, which, like that's our brand, but also I didn't want it to be like that. I wanted it to look like the candy. So hopefully that'll work out here. I think it's going to.
Like hopefully it reads like sour candy ribbon things.
Yeah, not just generic rainbow. Like, look, not that I don't like a rainbow soap. We do. There we go. Okay, I got a little bit of extra. Put here. Okay, I think I'm going to let this set up for just a couple minutes before I put the salt on here because I don't want it to sink in and leave weird little pits. So, one sec. Now that that last layer is set up enough, I'm ready to go ahead and put on my biodegradable glitter and my sea salts. Hopefully you can see this. I can't see the screen. But this is Simply Stardust from the Good Glitter. And then I put a little bit of marshmallow in my fine grain sea salt. So I think what I'm going to do is the glitter first. Because like I mentioned, I don't want to use too much salt because that attracts moisture. But if I do the glitter, that can sort of replicate salt, sort of imply salt without too much salt. There we go. And then we'll put just a little bit of salt right down the center. There we go. And with that, we are all done with this double feature of our soap making. And we are ready to get going with the usual this time through the video. So you know what time it is. It is time for your sacrifice to the algorithm gods in our name. If you're not already subscribed, make sure that you do so down below. Leave a like, leave a comment. You've been on YouTube before. You know how this works. It does help out, and we, of course, always appreciate it. Anything else for the people? No?
The tea?
No.
No, no tea?
No tea. No. No.
But tea.
Look, all I can say is sometimes people make decisions that you don't agree with because they're messed up and kind of homophobic. And then that person might turn around and make some really unfortunate decisions that make their business look bad outside of that. And you get to laugh and watch as they publicly make a fool of themselves. Just saying. Anyway, your reward for your engagement, of course, is a close-up at the top of the soaps. Let's go. So first up is Gummy Bear Army. Ooh. It has lightened a little bit as it's been sitting, because it has been a few hours since we finished. And then here is Sour Roads, my soap. Excellent. I do think the salt was a good touch. Nice finish there. So we're going to let both of these set up overnight for about 24 hours, and then we will come back for us tomorrow, for you, one YouTube ad away, and then we'll cut these down into bars and see how we did for the final soaps. All right, cool. We'll see you in a second. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hello, friends. Welcome back. We are all prepared to go ahead and cut both soaps in our little double feature here. Look at these crisp lines. Beautiful. We love her. Fantastic. Very cute. Ooh. All right. I know we have only so much time. This video is already super long. I've edited the first half already, so I know it's already like 20 plus minutes. So let's get to the goods, shall we? I mean, we already kind of know what it's going to look like. You can see right here, but you know, we can still be excited about it. As long as we don't end up with salt flung back in our face. And here we are.
Ooh.
Nice. I love a nice, clean, layered soap. Perfect. I'll give you one more, though admittedly, it is going to look the same. They are all going to look the same. It's a striped soap. That's how this works.
Yep.
But I would definitely say we nailed it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here's the final soap versus my mock-up. I got it. We're good. Yeah.
Welcome back. Look at them. Aren't they the cutest little gummy bears?
Very cute.
Soap butt.
Not much. Not much in the way of soap butt at all. But that's okay. We still like it. Don't mind my my seedlings in the background there. Let's go. There we go. This one should definitely be more interesting than mine was, not being stripes and all. Oh, look at them. They look like a bunch of gummy bears spilled on the table.
Oh, that's so cute. Another one.
Yeah, give me another one. Let's go. Yeah, so many gummy bears.
I love it.
Wow.
Oh,
I wish the blue was a little bit brighter, but it's all good.
yeah. I still love it. I feel like the blue and the gold instead of blue on blue was the way to go.
They're so cute.
Do we want to do another one?
Yeah, give me... Can you try and give me one up here? Yeah.
So cute.
Alrighty, so here is the final versus the mock-up. Pretty good outcome, I think. I do really like how the little gummy bear embeds came out. Very cute. Good job, Kat.
They feel like real little gummy bears.
They do. Just a sea of gummy bears over here.
My personal gummy bear army.
Yeah, definitely. Well, excellent. What a great start to the collection. And thank you again for being patient over the fact that this video is late, that we didn't have one last week. Sorry, things just happen sometimes. I think we'll all have to live with it. You'll be okay. We'll be okay. We got 2 more designs to go after this one, and they are going to be single videos like normal. So don't get used to this whole double feature thing. We've done that before. It's stressful. No. As usual, we want to remind you, of course, to have a hydration. Hydration time is now. It's getting hot out there, and if you want to be able to enjoy Pride Month, you need to be hydrated and not dehydrated and hospitalized, okay? No hospitalizations this summer. Stay hydrated. So go and get your drink. We're going to take a 5-second sip. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Boom. Good job. And with that, we, of course, always want to remind you to check out our vlog channel over here. Boom, there it is. And this collection, Gummy Games, will be coming out on the last Friday of the month, the 26th. We look forward to it. Check out our email reminders if you need it. There's always Instagram. We're not on TikTok anymore, but we're on Tumblr and Facebook and all the other places. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we're looking forward to the next 2. And we will see you for the next one. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
And we got test batch number 1 and number 2. Ba-ba-ba-bum.